Stories we tell and how we ignored them. Only the dead have seen the end of war. I'm not the first to write that, nor will I be the last. Its application is universal, from the future to the past. We can dream of a peace less tenuous or slight in its emergence, but really, we're human. We're too complicated for some romantic miracle resurgence. Let me think up some hypothetical moment and flesh it out. He heard the whistle. It's time to go. Without thinking, he arises from the trench to fight. There's smoke and gritting teeth surrounding him. The smell of sweat pungent as they climb up to the light. He grasps his rifle with focus and fire, charged through the bullet storm and bloodied barbed wire. Below him the mud is thick from the shelling and rain, a mixture of misery with the odd bloodstain. He ran aware of everything and nothing at all. Fear shot through him as the bullets flew by. He took cover with some others behind a crude mud barricade. A second of relief, he believed, before he might die. Till the grenade fell at their feet. One man of the group threw himself on the weapon. The others panicked and dove away from the blast. The man screamed profanities as he lay waiting for the fireball, cursing everything around him in the moments he knew would be his last. But it failed to explode. A dud? A factory mistake? It didn't matter. They had lived. The men stood up instinctually to celebrate until the cruel reality they had found themselves in reminded them that they were doomed to die in this place. They stood up and were all gunned to the ground by indiscriminate machine gun fire. They fell. Some succumbed to their injuries immediately and passed without knowing what happened to them. The man who tried to save the group was taken down in one swift shot to the head. The other man, who we followed earlier, took a shot to his stomach and was thrown to the ground. He lay down in the lonely mud in pain, closing his eyes and waiting for his turn to become a hero of the war, thinking of his mother and father through every wince of agony, knowing that he had done them proud, even if he would not be there to see it. He slowed his breathing. He thought the screams and orders from his world seemed so far away and muffled now, like they were drifting away to be someone else's problem. I suppose they are, he thought to himself, forcing a smile through his pain. He opened his eyes briefly to take one last look at the world. Though ugly and despicable at first glance, it has a kind of beauty to it, he thought. We all die together, he said with the last of his strength, closing his eyes once more and letting his mortality fade into the past. This kind of story holds itself to its emotional draws. We feel distraught and defiant against these tragedies, yet still we march to war. We have accounts and letters from fallen soldiers, some fearful, some excited, some just wanting to go home. Yet still we march to war. From the young to the old, any whom find themselves as bold, will take the reins of nations and run. Expansion and domination through the barrel of a gun. War is profit. War is power. War is the bargaining tool of the hour, leaving dead heroes and ignorance to shine in its wake.